Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Welcome back to the channel. I'm Natalie, and this is Jacob, and this is Brave Diamonds Handmade, and we're coming to you today. This is our first video that we're shooting in the new year. Took a little bit of a time off, just a little bit. And we have for you a yarn haul, and we're also going to do our makes in one video and talk a little bit about our goals for the year. Just a little bit. All right. So let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is the yarn haul. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the yarn haul. Jacob, would you like to hand me the first pack of yarn?
Rust.
Oh, I love it.
This is color Rust.
The color Rust. That's right. And this is Premier Basic Chenille Brights. Okay. I got 3 of them because I plan to use this a lot. I love this color. It's good for so many different patterns. All right, hand me the next one.
This is squash.
Summer squash. Okay.
Summer squash. And this is
Apricot.
apricot. And this is chocolate.
Chocolate. Do we love chocolate or what?
We love chocolate.
We love chocolate.
Love it.
Yeah, so these two are Parfait Chunky, and this is another Premier Basic Chenille Bright. So this is all Premier, so I guess I could skip saying that part. But very soft. Okay, would you put that over there and hand me the next bag, please? Jacob is my co-host for yarn hauls. Okay.
This color is Granny Smith apple.
That's not the name of the color.
What is
Let
it?
me see. I'll tell you. It is
This color is kiwi.
kiwi. Okay.
This color is
I'll tell you. Hold on. Let me tell you.
mushroom.
This one is
This is pistachio.
pistachio. All right. So again, we have 2 and the basics Chenille Brights,
Soft.
and then this one is Parfait Chunky. All right.
Soft. This is
They're all soft.
This one is softer than this one.
Well, that one's pretty soft. It's different. It's a different material. Okay, let's put it down.
This one is the softest.
Oh yeah, it's very soft. All right, well, if you put that down and hand me.
Out.
No, we're going to take our next package, okay? Okay, next one, please.
This one has 2.
All
This
right.
color is white. White, I don't know. White chocolate. White chocolate. White chocolate.
It's actually called, hold on. It's actually called,
This is, oh my gosh, green. The white one is green. And this is mushroom.
that's not mushroom. That's toffee.
This is cream. And this is coffee. Coffee. Toffee.
Toffee, that's right. Toffee and cream, both of these are Parfait Chunky.
Parfait chunky.
Yes.
This is chocolate. I'm gonna put this one right here.
Okay, let's get another.
Do we get this one on the plate?
No. Let's save that one. Okay.
For last.
Let's.
Put this one.
Okay, we can show that. We can show that. I didn't open this package. I also got a hook from Premier. It's actually Knit Pro.
Wait.
I got Jacob. Let me get it, baby. Okay. Oh, so it looks like they just wrapped that around. They could have. Anyway. So this is a 7mm hook. Be careful so you don't shake the table, babe. And it's metal and it has a nice handle. So I will do a mini review on this maybe in the next makes video and let you guys know how I like it. But so far it looks good. And Knit Pro is also Knitter's Pride. It's the same brand. And they have good needles, knitting needles. So this is my first time trying their crochet hooks. All right, next one.
We have coffee and a mushroom.
This is not what that is. This is
Are they the same?
The same color, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
They're the same name.
They're called steel cut oats.
Okay, you guys. So this is steel cut oat, and this is steel cut oat.
That's right. They're both steel cut oats. Very soft. Okay.
I can tell which one is softer.
I know. Well, they're the same, so they should be the same softness. I would hope. All right. Give me that one.
Getting into this.
Yep.
I
Okay.
think this is all chocolate.
This is a color I have been wanting and trying to get for a while. This is not chocolate. I'll tell you the name of it. Let me make sure I got it right, okay?
Are they all the same?
They're all the same. Yes, this one is called...
You guys, so this one's name is Teddy Bear, this one's name is Teddy Bear, and this one's name is Teddy Bear.
That's right. They're all teddy bear. All right.
And
good job.
they don't have any cuts in them, so I can't feel them.
Well, you can fill them another time. Set them down and let's move on. We got one more bag in here to look at.
The biggest.
And then we're going to move on to our makes. Okay.
Let's move on to the pink.
Yes. Okay. So this is the Premier Stash Goals. These are, you get 2 big skeins of chenille yarn, which I think is thicker than the Parfait Chunky. I'm not exactly sure what brand it is. It's like a Mill Ends brand, but this one is the pink. I think it's a great value for $10. And most of them are pretty good. Some of them are not so nice to work with, but I mean, they're all pretty good. It's a little bit thicker. Maybe it's the same size as a plush, Parfait Plush.
It did the same name?
But I don't know if that's the actual same yarn. But this one is called...
Are they both the same?
Yes. Petal.
So, this is petal. And this
Petal.
is petal.
All right, show it from the other way so they can see the actual colors. See
This
that?
color is petal. This color is petal. This color is petal. This color is petal.
That's right. Very good. Okay. So now, Jacob, would you like to show them what I made for you last week?
Yes.
Okay. One moment, please. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with what I made last week, or what this past week, should we say. And we're going to start off with Jacob's thing that I made him that he has been asking me for a while. So I went ahead and got it done. And here it is. Jacob, show them
It's
what.
a wolf.
A wolf.
Fang.
With one fang. Okay, what is... Okay. Now let's hold it still so they can see it. All right, so this is Snuggle Beans Crochet. This is her wolf splooter. And Jacob asked for it to have one fang sticking out. So that's what that is.
And his name...
Tried my best.
And it's a boy, and his name is Little Howler.
Little Howler. And there's his eyes. Very pretty blue eyes. After I finished, he told me that he wanted them to have gold eyes. It was a little too late. So, I don't remember him telling me that. But anyways, he still likes it. And he likes the tail. Because what did you say about the tail that you like?
It looks like a little point, a tip, like a pointy, like a pokes.
Like a stinger, right?
Like a stinger.
It looks like a stinger. Oh, you're okay. All right. So that's Jacob's toy, and he really likes it. And I think I used Sweet Snuggles Light for that. And a little bit of Stash Goals in this other pink, a different pink for the feet, the toe beans and the ear. Okay. So we're going to take a brief moment, and Jacob is going to go, and I'm going to come back with the rest of it. It's okay. We'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. It's just me now. Sorry, my co-host had to go. But, So as you can see from my yarn haul, I needed a lot of different shades of brown and some greens. Of course, it's never enough. There's always a million shades that I didn't get that I want to go back and get later. But for now, we're good. And I've got plenty to do with what I have. So I did also pick up some more Sweet Snuggles Light at Michael's last Sunday. And I picked up some more of the Get out of here.
I need the remote.
Okay, take the remote.
I am so sorry. I was getting the remote to get ready to watch my TV.
Okay. So, yeah, so I needed several of those brown shades, and so I just went ahead and made an order. And I also picked up some yarn from Michael's, some more Sweet Snuggles Light, and a few demi pearl. I really am starting to like this Sweet Snuggles Light. Everyone I've been getting so far has just been luscious, just wonderful. I don't know. I hear, mixed reviews about it, and I'm sure there are bad batches out there, or bad colors that don't come out as good, don't work up as well, but so far what I've been getting has been lovely. So I can recommend it for that much. I guess the best thing to do is go there and feel it in person and, pick it out that way. Because when you order it online, you always run the risk of it just not being a great batch. But anyway, that's the risk with everything, isn't it? When you order online. Okay, so let's get into the makes that I have. And before that, just a little bit of news. I did start booking some markets. Yay! Okay, so I have one coming up on February 7th. And I'm trying to get in for a few more. I would like to do 1, maybe 2 markets a month, if possible. I really don't think I can handle more than that. Even if it's like a 2 to 3 day event, I really don't think I can handle more than that. But 1 to 2 a month is good. So around me, there are a few farmers markets that do have vendors that are constantly needed. Where I live, there's a lot of different farmers markets. It seems like every county, and I live in an area where there's I'm kind of in the middle, where I'm not too far from several good areas. And they all seem to have their own farmers markets, their own events, and it's really lovely. So, but first event I'm gonna be doing is at, it's called The View. No, it's called The Venue at Valley View Farms, and it's a wedding venue. They're having an open house, and so they're just having a big event where a lot of vendors, and not all just wedding related, but food trucks. Sorry for yawning so much, guys. I don't know why. I hit record and it's like, I'm tired, and the yawns come. But anyways, try and keep it moving. But so I got accepted into that, and I'm very excited. It was very affordable, $25 table fee, and yeah, I think I was one of the first people to get on. And then in March, in the city of Rennes, which is real close to me, they're going to have Eats. It's called Eats in the Streets, and basically just a big community event with food trucks and things like that. In the last couple of years, the city of Rennes has really been trying to have a lot more going on, and it's great. They're going to have a pickle fest in June. There is a pickle fest that I applied for also for, was it March also? Yeah, there was a March pickle fest in Grovetown, which is about 30 minutes away from me. But they're already full of crochet vendors. So the same company, the same events company, I guess a promotional group, or what do you call it, like an event coordinator, they are doing the Eats in the Streets in Rennes, and they're doing the Pickle Fest also in Rennes. The one in Rennes is in August, and the one in Grovetown is in June. It was in June, and not March, my bad. It's in June. And so that one, they said, is already, they've already got enough crocheters, which I appreciate, that they are not just trying to take everybody on. So they're looking out for how many vendors they have of one thing, and I really appreciate that. So I've let them know, just keep me informed if anybody cancels, if anybody drops out, I'm there. Unless I have booked myself or something else that same weekend, but we'll see. So that's the only one so far that I've been rejected. Aiken, oh, did I say the first event, February 7th, is in Aiken, which is South Carolina, but it's not that far from me. It's really just over the border, so not too far. And Aiken has a farmer's market that I'm applying for as well. And so does another town close, a suburb of Augusta called Evans, and that's another one that I'm applying for. That one, they want a lot more, they want like product listings with prices and stuff like that. I'm like, oh. I haven't got my website up and running yet. I have a website, but I haven't launched it. I just been kind of hemming and hawing over how I want it to look. And originally I was going to have a brick and mortar store, but now it's just going to be an online store. So I'm kind of like, well, I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I want to do with that website. So I don't want to send them to that, but otherwise maybe I can give them my Square inventory list. So I'm going to try and get them. And if, you know, if it's not what if they need more specific information or different presentation, then they can let me know and we'll get it done. We'll get it figured out. It's a kind of farmer's market that they have like multiple days a week, starting in March and all the way until the fall. So these are things that I'm trying to get into so that I can have a consistent place to go to if I don't have any other markets to do. So now I'll just need to pay a table fee, and everything's pretty affordable. The one in Evans has an indoor or pavilion, which is what I want to go with. But they also do provide tents, a 10 by 10 tent. So that would be great too. I mean, I have a tent, but it'd be better if I didn't have to haul it. So anyways, all that to say is I've got to start market prepping again. I have a little more time this go around. And I'm definitely going to focus more on, since it's a wedding venue and it's Valentine's coming up, I'm definitely going to focus more on Valentine's-y, lovey-dovey kind of projects. And we'll see what sells. I don't know if it'll be, how great it will be, honestly, but what I really want to start doing, and one of my goals, is to just kind of get out there more. The only market I did last year was one that I had done before, so I'm already familiar. That's really right close to my house, within minutes, and I know everybody, so they know me, and so it really wasn't that much of a stretch for me to do that. But I really want to put myself out there as far as some other venues and get to know, you know, coordinators and just network a little bit. I think it's important to start getting your face out there. And so with that, I need to start working on some more branding things like banners and signs and a little more presence and cohesiveness. And that is something that I'm not the strongest on. I mean, I'm good at branding for others, but when it comes to myself, it's a struggle, because I feel like I'm such a eclectic person that it's hard to stick with something. To kind of just go with one thing and that's my brand, because I feel like I'm so many things, but I still need to come up with something a little general, right? So anyways, let's get into this week's makes. That was a lot of talking. I mean, almost 10 minutes of me talking about the markets, but you're going to be hearing more about it, and hopefully we'll get some more vlogs out of it. So, oh, also one last note, I will be filming, I will start my reflection series back up. I had wanted to have it already filmed, but the kids started back at school, and And I just have been trying to catch up with things around the house, and I will get to filming that. I'll probably get it done tomorrow, and I'll have it uploaded sometime soon. But yeah, so look forward to that. Look out for that. But let's get into these makes. Okay. So where do I start? One thing, I'll start with maybe the biggest thing that I finished, and you'll see it. The biggest thing that I finished is a pattern, and I have a few patterns, well, two. CrochetByGenna. This is her standing giraffe pattern, okay? And I will put a picture of it here or here. So it's her standing giraffe pattern, and in that pattern, she has a strawberry giraffe mod. So since I'm in the lovey-dovey Valentine's making mood, what says Valentine's besides hearts more than strawberries? I don't think really anything. So I've seen a lot of strawberry animals, but I hadn't seen a strawberry giraffe yet. But now I have, and I've made one. So are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready. Look at this, baby. Okay, so y'all know that I can't stand the glare from the glasses. But I love my glasses, but I had to take them off for just a little bit. They may come back on. But anyways, look at this cute thing. I'm yawning, sorry guys. Sorry. Her tail sticks straight up. Anyways, it's the cutest thing, and I feel like the spots look like hearts, and I don't know if that was intentional or if that's how I made it, but so cute. Oh, I see a little end poking out here. Anyway, so it's a strawberry giraffe, and she is just so cute. I love her. Look at those beautiful eyes. Beautiful eyes. Green eyes. I chose the green to kind of go with the green in the strawberries, and this is all Sweet Snuggles Light except for this green. This is Parfait Chunky in, I think, Sour Apple. I think that's the color. Okay, so that's that. All right, that was one of the first things I made last week. I think after I filmed, I went and got started on that, and I just love it. I love it. Okay, so the other CrochetByGenna pattern, this was, I didn't make it in time for the test knit. I'm part of her Patreon, and so I like to test knit her patterns. Most people in the Patreon group get a chance to test knit, and I'm going to be doing the next test knit, if I hope I will, at least. And that one is going to be just amazing. But anyways, so I didn't get a chance, but it was one of my free patterns for the month. And look at it. It is a sitting axolotl. Look. So cute. So cute. And I did these light kind of aqua green eyes. Guys, on my camera, it looks totally blurry and unfocused, but when I saw the video last time, the last video that I did, I kept saying, oh. And on camera, on the video, it looked fine. But when I'm looking here, it's like it's trying to focus, and so, sorry about that. But anyway, so it has cute little toenail looking things, and this is actually made with Dollar Tree chenille in 2 different pinks, kind of like going for what she went with. But yeah, I think it's a great little size. I don't know how much I'm going to charge for this. I didn't mention the strawberry giraffe either. So this strawberry giraffe, I'm thinking this is going to be at least $50. Maybe $60. Y'all know I kind of like to keep things close to the number, but just under the next whole number. So maybe it'll be like 58. Instead of doing 60, I might do 58 just to keep it under, but you know. Anyways, it's just a little strategy that I've been doing since I was reselling on eBay before. I would try and price things like that just to get it close, but still under a certain threshold for the buyer to feel more comfortable with the purchase. But anyways, this guy is probably going to be like 25, honestly. Even though it is small, it is not that small. And it was still a little bit of work. I think 25 is good for a handmade toy. And a good deal for me, being that I used the Dollar Tree chenille. Okay. All right, so we're going to put that down there for a little bit. Okay, and then this pattern, I had, it was a whip last time. I didn't show it to you guys. I was waiting on more yarn. That is another thing that I did get some more of the stash goals in this tan color. But anyways, you've seen that before. So this is from Just a Mom Crocheting. This is the Pocket Llama. And this is using a very light blue for the eye. Kind of a powdery blue. It's so cute. Very easy. This was no-sew. This was not no-sew. This was low-sew. But very easy to do still. And I think it was... No, it was no-sew. I forgot. I'm not gonna go over all the techniques because I don't want to give away her pattern and her detail, you know, stuff like that. I kind of feel iffy about sharing the exact, you know, construction. But this was all no-sew and a very unique construction. And she's making more of these kind of pocket plushies. But this was Maria the Pocket Llama. And I just think it's so very cute. So about the eyes, I have joined another Patreon with Stacy Makes. I joined her Eye Candy Club. As soon as I saw that on YouTube, I jumped on it, y'all. I think I was the second person. If not, I was up there. One of the first people to join because I jumped on it as quickly as I could, y'all. It's a very, if she has any spots open, I would go to Patreon and see if she has any spots open because I think it is a great value. She's going to be sending out monthly. It's kind of like a subscription of 4 sets of her hand-painted eyes. Okay, 4 pairs. And it's kind of a mystery thing, and you get it once a month. I haven't received mine for this month yet, but I know they're on the way. I've got a notification that they were shipped. So I know they're on the way. And I am so excited, you guys. I love all the hand-painted eyes, but honestly, I wasn't sure, you know, where to even begin buying it. And there's so much out there. So I really like this idea, but also it does get kind of expensive. And the other thing that you could do is order online your eyes, safety eyes that come with the little glitter discs and the little kind of holographic discs. But when I get those, I really only use like 2 or 3 colors out of that. And so all the other ones I don't use. And it's kind of a waste. And then I have a plushie and I'm like, well, I've got plenty of eyes left, but the glitter discs that I wanted to use, which are mainly like the light colors or the gold or the green, I always run out of those first because those are the ones I use. I don't usually like to use the pink. I definitely don't want to use the red. I just don't like the way that looks. For me, it's not appealing and for the projects that I'm making. But I'm like, what do I do? So I had an idea, and this is what I'm doing now. I'm just going to briefly go over this, and I may make a video about this. We'll see. Let me know if you would like me to make a video about this. But so I went online. First I went to Michael's and got one of these and bought it, and then realized, you know, I didn't look at the price because I didn't think it was more than like $8, but these things are like $15, and it's these paper punchers, and they come out in a disc like that. Oops, sorry. and so I googled, you know, because I can't do math like that, you guys. I can do, look, y'all know, I tell you, I can't even hardly count to 6 some nights, okay? So don't ask me to convert 35 millimeters into inches. I can't do it. I can't do it. And then there's the hole in the middle. Do I count that? Do I not count that? The rules, I can't do it, okay? But I've got Google, I've got Copilot, I've got AI, I've got it. I can type it in and figure it out that way. And that's what I did. And it says for like the 30 millimeter eyes, you need about a 1.18 inch, 1.18 inch paper puncher. So that's what I got. And I got this one, and there was a couple other sizes that I got so that I could, there was a 3/4 inch, and I think I got a 1.5 inch and a 3/8 inch. Look, 3/4, 3/8, I think they're different. And then, so let me tell you what I did. So I was at Michael's. This is when I was buying the Sweet Snuggles and stuff like that. And I see they have this beautiful sparkly paper. And I say, look at that. I can just punch a hole, get one of these paper punchers, punch the hole. I had this in the blue. I've got all kinds of colors here, guys. And then I bought some of those booklets. Let me show you. Like this. Of all these papers, all these different, oh my gosh. You see? I'm not doing a very good job showing you, but all these different, these are holographic. And anyways, so I just started, and then I started going crazy. The last thing I need was another thing to stock up on, but here, I'm doing it, okay? And so I was using that, and I have my hole puncher. I have just a single hole puncher to punch out the middle part where you put it over the post. So like that, I'm making my own glitter discs, you could say. Now, this is not the same. This is not replacing hand-painted eyes, because the hand-painted eyes are totally unique, one of a kind, coming from somebody's imagination and creativity. This is not the same thing, but this is a good kind of in-between compromise, so that I can get a variety and I could choose the glitter disc or the color eyes that I like, and I can stock up on those, and I can cut them out and pop them on. Now I do this hole punch. The hole is not big enough to go over most of the posts that I'm using, so I just kind of, you know, do a little bit extra on the side, on the edge of the hole there, and make it fit, make it work. And that's been working great for me. So that's what I did with this one. That's what I did, her eyes in this color. So this is a great compromise. Now, if I see hand-painted eyes that I love, I want to support fellow makers and, you know, those wonderful artists that are putting the time in. I'm definitely going to support them. The more I get into it, I'm sure. But for this is a good, like I said, it's a good compromise. And this is what I'm doing. So you'll see some more plushies that I'm showing where I started to use those. And I love the way they're turning out. And I'm still using the glitter that I got. Oh, one other thing, you got to be careful with the paper to make the hole that you use with your hole puncher big enough, because it will tear and you'll waste it unless you know how to glue it, use Mod Podge or something, but you can waste the thing like that. And now this paper isn't free. It's not that cheap. It's like $1.99 or $2 a sheet. Or this booklet that I just showed you, that was $6.99 for the whole booklet. I thought that was a good deal, but you know, it's very cost effective, and that way I can just order all that. But you know, you want to be careful when you're doing the center to make it big enough, and don't force it. If it's not big enough, go back and clip it. But if you guys want more of an in-depth video of how I'm doing it, let me know, and I will definitely make that. But I think the explanation itself is pretty good, but I don't know, I thought it was a good idea. So the next thing I want to show you is a couple of turtles. So I want to make some turtles. Doesn't everybody? I want to find that perfect market turtle for me. I know a lot of people swear by different ones, and so I'm trying the most commonly recommended ones. I have already done the one by Jelly Beans. The Jelly Bean Turtle, which is by Darling Maple here on YouTube. It's a tutorial, and I have done a few of those, and they work up pretty quickly and easily. But I still feel like it's I don't know. I wanted to see what else was out there. And so what else did I try? Y'all saw the last video we did Sprout the Turtle. I made the one from Happy Turtle. There was another one that I did. The Love Bug Turtle, but I can't think of it. I feel like there's another one that I did that I just am not thinking of right now. But anyways, so this first one, I was watching April on the Cozy Buckeye, and she had made this turtle, Tyce the Turtle. It is made by Tara from Old Soul Factory, and it's called Tyce the Turtle, and it is so cute. Again, this is using the Dollar Tree chenille. And what I like about this one is that you don't have to you don't have to make the fins first and then add them in. You crochet them as you're working it. And I really like that, because one thing I'm not enjoying about some of these turtle patterns is making the fins and the tail and then even crocheting them in is still, I have to make 4 or 5 pieces before I start even making the shell. And I'm not enjoying so much the patterns where you have to make multiple pieces to put it together. I mean, I know that's part of it, but if you're doing all that work and you're still getting a small little turtle in the end, to me that's kind of defeats the purpose. It's not as quick. And so I like this a lot, and I may play around with the legs. I like the way they turned out, but I still might play around with it just a little bit. But this is a very good little pattern, and she's got one that's slightly bigger. I think it's called Tyce the Turtle, but this is a very good. I could charge $10 for this, and I'd be comfortable with that because it really didn't take much work. And this is again using Dollar Tree chenille, so the yarn was very economical. It didn't take long at all. I mean, the head was nothing. And then I worked all the rest of it in, and I just think it was a very, very well thought out pattern. But I'm not opposed to doing the flippers and doing the legs and sewing them on, or crocheting them on. I'm not opposed to any of that. I just wanted the balance to play out in my favor, you know. So I still want the work to be fast, and I want the project to be worthwhile, that will sell, and I could price it at just the right price point. Y'all know what I'm saying. So this is, I've seen this pattern recommended on a lot of different channels, and this is Myrtle the Turtle by Chastity and Design. I hope I'm saying that right. And here is my Myrtle the Turtle. Okay, this is another one where I did the eyes. It's not focusing for me, but I hope you can see. It is like this light kind of pinky glittery paper that I showed you in the beginning, and this is using the Sweet Snuggles light, and I think this came out to be a good size. This is a, I don't know, $12-15 turtle, which is good. I want to have a lot of things that are 15 and under, because I think people can accept that as a price very well. So anyway, as far as the flipper orientation, I feel like it should be like that. I know there's some debate on it. I don't know. I just feel like it should be reversed, and there's nothing to stop me from doing that next time. So I will try that. But anyway, so that's my turtles. Okay. So then I decided to start making some small things. And so here's another project that has been recommended a lot, and I've been wanting to make it, and I finally got around to it. This is a free pattern. It's on Plushies. I don't think it's her pattern originally, but she has it on her Instagram, Plushies, and I'll link that here. And it is the chicks with the frog hats. And yeah, look at this. Look at this. So I made, there's 2 in that one. Then I got another 2 here. Look at this. Did y'all know the frogs are the thing this year? And here goes the last one. Look at that. So all of the chicks are made with the Premier Basics Chenille, okay? And for the chick and for the little orange beak and feet. And this one is using the Parfait Chunky. And I embroidered the eyes for this one. I think the eyes turned out pretty good for embroidery. I'm not the best at embroidering anything more than a smile or an eyebrow, but I did that one. And these I use safety eyes in them, but I kind of don't want to use up my safety eyes for that, so I might embroider some more. I saw another person in another pattern. I have a similar pattern, and they used a hole puncher and just punched out black felt and then hot glued it, and that sounds like a winner of an idea to me. So anyways, and this is the Bernat Mystical, one of the green colors. And this is the Sweet Snuggles Light, this light green. So I've got 5 of those. I want to make some more, but these are actually kind of a good size. And these are probably going to go for $10. No less than $8. $8 minimum, but really I'm thinking $10 because it went pretty fast. It wasn't difficult, but I don't know, not less than $10. Okay. So then I also have April from the Cozy Buckeye released a free pattern for a little frog. It's called Felipe the Frog. And I made it in Parfait Chunky. And I plan to make some more. It's so cute, you guys. So cute. I think I may embroider a little bit more with its mouth, but the way it is, it's kind of got a texture so it looks like a mouth, so you really don't need to even embroider there, which is really awesome. But I think I may, I don't know. I kind of want it to be a little bit bigger, but that's my fault for using Parfait Chunky. If I were to have it just like this, I could maybe get $8 at the most for it because it is pretty small. And really, honestly, this is more of a $5 pattern. $5, not pattern, but project. Just the size of it. But, you know, I think I could ask for $8. I think people would pay it. And so that is that, okay? So I made those, and then I started to make some of the car swings. And I am using the AllFromJade car swing, the water pack. I have it right here. Let me see here. The water pack. And so far, I'll show you the ones that I have made. I've got to make a couple more. Well, I'm going to make way more, but, you know, to complete the pack. Wow, look at that. I made her frog. How cute is that? Cute. I made the axolotl, and these swings, this thing is not long enough, but I mean, they're gonna go just like that. Axolotl with a little tail, so cute. Okay, and I made a chick. Oh, can I hold it up right? Okay. There. The chick. One chick. Why do you look so lopsided? Man, I must have been really tired when I did that. Okay, that's a little better. Maybe it just needed to be a little adjusted, which I did. Okay, this is using Dollar Tree chenille yarn, and I don't know the name of this color. I'm trying to see if I have it close by, but I don't. but they have like two different yellows, and so this is kind of the more goldeny yellow. They have like a slightly lighter shade too. And this, oh yeah, and this is Dollar Tree Chenille. This is a salmon color, I think it's called. Yeah. And this yarn was not nice to work with. The orange was great. I wish I could do an orange chick, but and the brown swings, I had this brown velvet yarn that I got from Walmart a little while ago, and I have a lot of it. So I'm gonna make some plushies with it too, but I thought it would be great for the swings. But since it's a little bit thinner yarn, I think I need to add on the chains to make this hang down a little bit lower. I think it needs to be longer, but that's fine for what it is right now. And I'm gonna work the ones that I have, and then make some more and make longer chains on the next one. You know, some people would probably want shorter chains, so here you go. The frog is made with Parfait Chunky again, and the axolotl is Dollar Tree Chenille again. So I've made 3. I have 2 more swings here that I need to occupy, and so I think I'm going to do the mallard and the penguin or the seal. I haven't decided which one, or I may do another frog since frogs are the thing this year. So all right, we are almost done. This one I just finished. I think that's almost everything. This one I just finished yesterday, and that is another splitter, another Snuggle Bean splitter. This is Una the unicorn. Look how cute she is. I love the colors. I wish I had done the hair just a little bit longer, but I just did it according to the pattern, and it does look very cute. And again, this is some of the new. This is kind of a pink eye. Now, normally I don't really like pink eyes because it looks like, you know, pink eye. It makes them look like they're bloodshot. But this one, I think for a unicorn, in this case, it looks cute. Real cute. And so this is made with the Sweet Snuggles Light for the body and the hoof color. And again, Dollar Tree Chenille. I have so much Dollar Tree Chenille, so I'm using it for the hairs. So that's why I think I maybe should have made it longer too, is because it's thinner than this yarn that I'm using here. So, but anyway, it still looks cute. And I definitely did more hair than what she says to do. I added some more. Well, let me take the plastic off so you can see the eye better. I should have been doing that this whole time. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, so you see the eye. So cute. Beautiful. All right. So that was the last of the patterns. So I want to show you, I know we already did the yarn haul, but I forgot to show you this. So I'm going to reach over and grab it. I forgot to show you all this. This I have never worked with before, and it is the Chenille Home Slim, and they had 2 of this. I think maybe somebody returned this, because I have never seen this before at my Michael's, and I was so excited to get it. This is black tweed, and I got 2 of these. That's what they had there, and I went ahead and got both of them. So I got 2 of these, and I am super excited. I'm definitely going to be making some chickens. They look like the Barred Rock chickens, so I'm going to be making some chickens with that, and of course more chickens, Mabel chickens and other colors. I want to have at least 10 chickens. I had 10 chickens last time, and I sold out of a lot of them. So I think I want to do another 10, or make sure I have 10 on hand, or just do 10 and add on to what I already have. So that is that. Okay. Oh, that's not all I made. I thought I was done. I'm not done. I'm not done. Okay. So last time I showed you I was working on this cowl. Okay. And that's what I went to go get. This yarn is called Skyscapes, and the name of the color is just red and blue multi. That's the name of it. Nothing fancy. But so I went, and since I was there, I go to church in Augusta for now, and the church is expanding here to Rennes, so pretty excited about that. But until they do, we're still going to Augusta for that. So since I was in Augusta, let me go ahead and go get this yarn so I can finish this. And that's what I did instead of frogging back. So I finally finished my cowl, and this is my own pattern I came up with. I just freehand, I guess you could say I freehanded it, but I've done a few cowls and this keeps getting requested. So if you guys would like a written pattern, let me know. If there's not any interest, I mean, honestly, most experienced crocheters can just look at it and see what it is. You know, you can pretty much guess how to do it. But anyways, this is my own pattern and I really like it. And there's a lot of similar patterns like this out there, guys. I'm just looking at it thinking, well, you know, it's my own. I came up with it, but there's so many patterns like it. But anyways, this is my own pattern. If y'all want a copy of it, I might just do a free version of it. And I made this to be able to, the width is much better now. I made this to be able to pull over the head. This is going to a lady in Minnesota. And she's gonna need at least more head coverage for the cold wind out there. Okay, so part of this commission, this lady is also going to buy, this is going to one of my vendors, Miss Nancy, and she's also buying 2 of my dragons, so that's awesome. And she also asked for 4 anklets, and I just finished those today. Okay, so she sent me some pictures of some anklets. She's going with her daughter to a beach trip and wanted to have some cute anklets to wear. And so she asked me to make off of these pictures. I couldn't make the exact pattern. I couldn't find it, honestly. They were Pinterest pictures, and sometimes there's not a pattern that really goes with it. I tried to make something similar. So she asked for 4 anklets, 2 the same, and the other basically the same but different colors. So one is like a starfish with like a brown, and it's all the same color, brown background. So she wanted 2 of these the same. So it's kind of got like a starfish, and I need to iron it, and I may do some embellishment, but I don't really have any beads or embellishment here. And in the picture it didn't have any, so I may just leave it like that. But so I made it. This one's the closest to the picture, and I made just little, just chained some little ties so that, you know, everybody's ankle size is different, and I don't want to have to ask her to measure that. So I just made it with ties on the end so they can tie it into a pretty little bow, take it off, on and off real easy. So there are 2 of those. Whoop. Okay. And I wouldn't say that this is my own pattern. This is really just double crochets, like 4 rows of double crochets and a chain. And then this star is a Bag O' Day crochet YouTube tutorial, one of her older tutorials. But I can link the video for that star pattern below if y'all would like to check that out. I love Bag O' Day crochet. All right, and the other 2, okay, now this is, I followed this flower pattern. So she asked for 1 in light blue and 1 in light purple. And not exactly like the picture, but it's similar. And I asked her, you know, I said, I can't find the exact pattern. Is it okay if I just make you something similar? And she said yes. When she sent me the flower itself was multicolored, but she asked me just for light blue and light purple. So that's what I did. 1 light blue, 1 light purple. I made it all solid colored. And so here they are. 1 light blue and 1 light purple. So I got out my thread. This is my size 10 crochet thread. I got my itty bitty needles out, and it was fun working with that again. I know a lot of people don't like working with this super fine needles and thread, but I like it. I do. But anyways, the pattern, oh guys, I got some, this is eyeliner. I got liquid eyeliner on my hands. Forgive me if y'all see that. It's eyeliner, nothing else. Okay. But anyways, so I just made the flower. I followed, this is actually a Brazilian pattern. And I think I'm going to link it because there is a version that's dubbed in English. Now, I didn't listen to it in English. I speak Portuguese. My family's from Brazil. And so I listened to it in Portuguese, and that's, you know, so I didn't listen to the English version to see if it's, you know, sometimes the English version is nonsense, it's gibberish, or they'll use terms, they'll just kind of like translate it exactly as the word is. How can I say it? So, for example, they don't call this a stitch in Portuguese, they would call it a point. So they would say, do a small point. Do a very small point. A very small point would be like a slip stitch, and do a small point is like a single crochet. Do a tall point, that is a double crochet. So that doesn't exactly translate the same, where we would say single crochet, slip stitch, double crochet. So you see, I'll put the video up. I don't know if they're using terms like that, but hopefully if you have any questions, you can ask. I'll put it up anyways. All right, so there is an English dub version of it, but I did not follow that. So I just followed that pattern for the flower, and then I sewed the flower on. And this is just half double crochets through the back loop so I could get that rich pattern. It looked like camel stitch was used, and I wasn't going to do all that to get this. And it was used multiple colors, and it was kind of pointless if I was only going to use one color. So I think this looks really nice the way that it came out. Yeah, so I made 2 of those. So altogether 4, and I'm doing 15 for each because they did, you know, they weren't too difficult, but they did take some time and some sewing. So there, that's what I did. So now that really is all the things that I have made. I'm going to drop those off to her tomorrow along with the dragons, and that will be done, and I'll be done with my commissions. I wanted to do a couple of tests, but I'm going to hopefully do the one for Jenna because it looks like a smaller pattern. There was another one I signed up for. I volunteered to do, and then just some things coming up. I just don't know if I'm going to have the time. It's kind of a bigger pattern. So we'll see. I can only really do the small things right now, and maybe the big things I'm just working on day by day, but I just couldn't get it out in the time frame, so I had to back out of that. I hate to do that. But you know, it is what it is. So that's pretty much it for now. I have one tool that I got that I want to show y'all. I've seen everybody, well, I won't say everybody, but a lot of people have been using this tool. I've been struggling to get those backs on, and I've been having to enlist my husband. He made that one tool with the clamp for me, and that's good, but still I need to get him for some of them. And then I have these things, which are pretty good, but you know, again, with some of these big ones and some of these weird backs, it's not effective, and I have to get the hammer and go crazy. Sound like I'm really trying to cause some damage. I have this one, which I ordered a new one of. There's nothing wrong with this one per se, but you have to start out so far. You open it, you're already starting out so far, and this thing is real stiff, so there's so much resistance. So just to get it to the point where you're ready to push, you're already using so much hand strength, and so I often need to do both hands, and sometimes even with just these little, now it is good with some of just the little safety eyes, but even that sometimes it's difficult. So I got another one that has got an upgraded design, and that'll be mostly for the safety eyes. But I've seen this, Crafty Sue recommended this, and I've seen this on a couple other channels mention that they use this and they don't have to ask for help. It's wonderful. So I got it, and it's one of these doohickeys. I got it from Amazon, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Now it comes with little adapters. This one is on there for the safety eyes, the regular safety eyes. I have another have another size. This is a slightly bigger opening for larger eyes. And it says you need a tool to remove this, but you can just push it through and it should be okay. But if I struggle too much, I just grab the end of a crochet hook and push it out. But that's the hardest thing about it. And then without anything in there, you can use the opening is just big enough for the biggest safety eyes, like the 25, 30, 35 millimeter. I don't think I'm gonna use anything ever bigger than a 35. And I like that you can grab here, you can kind of split your hand a little bit and push down. And this spring is not too stiff. There's not too much tension here. There's enough, but it pretty easily moves and it gets it, y'all. When I hear that click, I'm like, oh, I did it. I'm like, ooh, I like it. Okay, so we talked about the yarn haul. We went over that and the makes and the tools, and now I'm just going to go over some of my goals for 2026. I just wanted, these were all going to be separate videos, but I figured let's just consolidate it because I want to have more makes, and I want to have this market coming up, and I have the reflection series that I'm starting up again, and so I want to have these kind of already done. And I had filmed a video for, I want to have some more kind of evergreen content. So that's one of my goals, is to have some content that can be up. That's called evergreen. I don't know if y'all have heard that term. Many of you have, I'm sure. But it just means, if you haven't, it just means that it's content that is always good. So no matter what year it is always relevant information. And that's like tutorials and I think, let's say if a review of products, certain products is always good. And just tips and tricks are really good. So I have filmed a video, but I haven't released it yet because I want to add on to it. And it is about where to sell your plushies. So I kind of want to do some informational videos like that. Talking about my experiences. I want to do a meet the maker video, a get to know me video. That's kind of stuff that will always be relevant and will always, doesn't have to be updated really. So that I want to make some content like that so that there's something you guys can always come and watch that will be helpful. So where to sell your plushies, how to do shipping on some of these other sites. I have a lot of experience with shipping breakable items and physical items. I've done a lot of that. So, I mean, a lot, you guys. So I want to do some videos about that because I think when people are looking to sell their stuff online, you might not know where to start, where to begin. And although I've never sold plushies online, I have sold my handmade items, and I've sold many other items, breakables especially, electronics, shoes, media, pretty much everything. So I have a lot of experience with the shipping and the process and how to find the best rates and how to package things in a way that will get there safely and quickly and for the cheapest price, and how to kind of work the shipping so that you don't overpay and so that your customers get it on time, they pay as little as possible, and you know, I'm already hyping up the video that I haven't even made yet, but I'm going to make that. But I did start making that, but I didn't include Palm Street. What's wrong with me? So I need to kind of rework that a little bit. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to make that. And there's just some other content like that. I've been talking about a tutorial for these dish towels, and I want to do that. So those are goals that I have. I just want to add some evergreen content. I want to be consistent, and I do want to maybe design, like maybe make some patterns of my own to sell. I see that, and honestly, I have some ideas, but then I chicken out. So I'm going to work some things in the background, and if I ever have anything, I'll show you. I don't know if I'm going to be pumping them out like I see some other designers do, but you never know. Once the bug strikes, it could just take over my whole mind, but but we'll see how that goes, how that plays out. So stay tuned for that. That's one of my goals. I try to keep my goals pretty light and SMART goals. And that's something that I think everybody can benefit from. Is SMART, it means S is for specific. It means the goal is clear and focused. Okay, for like, what exactly do I want to accomplish? So very specific, like I want to make 2 videos a week. That's a specific goal, as opposed to I want to post every week. Well, or I want to post on a regular basis. If we get specific, I want to post 2 videos every week. And even more specific, the more specific, the better. Okay? So I want to do 1 yarny video and 1 reflections or thoughtful, spiritual, more faith-based videos. That's me. That is my specific goal. But, something specific like that is what you want to do. And then something, and then M in SMART is measurable. Okay? So you can track the progress with numbers or milestones. So 2 is the number, so that's easy to track. It's measurable. How will I know when I'm making progress? Is something you could ask yourself. Well, did I make 1 or did I make 2 or did I make 0? That's pretty easy. Okay? So it's measurable. It's achievable. Now, maybe 2 is too much for me. Maybe that might be too much. It has to be achievable. If I were to say I need to put out a video every day, I can't do that. That's probably too much for me. Maybe for a short period of time, but not on a long-term basis. So it has to be realistic for you or me. Okay. Can I actually do this with what I have, what the ideas that I have? And I think I can. Okay. It is realistic for your current resources and season of life. And I'm looking here at my screen for my notes. Okay. The R, so we did S, M, A, and now R is relevant. Okay. So it aligns with the bigger purpose. It's not just a goal. So like if I say, well, I want to always have my nails done. Well, that's not really relevant. I mean, that's okay for me to want to have that done, but that's not really relevant to whether that's not really going to make a difference on whether I can put out 2 videos a week or not. Right. So that is not, relevant. But if I say, well, I want to have 1 talking about yarn and my makes and 1 talking about, faith-based subject, then okay. That matters to my mission. It's relevant to me and my channel and my brand. Okay. So, and my bigger purpose, all right, which is always to glorify God, serve God, and reflect Him in everything that I do, including the plushies, all right, and my business. And that's my long-term direction. Okay. And T is time bound. So there's a clear deadline or a time frame. So, and again, the week comes in. So that helps everything kind of stay together. All right. So it says, when will I complete this? It's like an example of question. So, if you had maybe a different goal, it's like, when will if I wanted to hit like 1,000 subscribers. Okay. So I would say I want to hit 1,000 subscribers by, now this is me. And I do want to hit 1,000 subscribers. We are growing here, y'all. And I want to keep it up. What is that? Oh, junk mail. I just got a notification from my bank and I'm like, what is that? What are they talking about? Oh, it's nothing. It's a junk mail. Okay. Anyway. So, and I do want to get 1,000 subscribers, but that would be more of a time bound example, a different kind of time bound example where I'd say, I want to have 1,000 subscribers, let's say by, I don't know, March 15th. Okay. Now that's just an example for me personally. I don't know if that, is a time frame that I would set for myself, but why not? Like I did with the dragons, you don't always meet, but if I set the goal and I'm pushing and I am putting in the work and I'm putting in the effort, I might not make 1,000 subscribers by March 15th, but if I don't have any goals to do anything, then I'm not going to be pushing. I'm not going to be putting in the effort. So having the goals is important for my own motivation. And it's a good thing for most people, and I think those of you watching me, y'all are pretty good at setting goals and achieving them or getting close to them. And so that is the point, you know. Even if you don't exactly meet that goal, you'll be so much better off having put in the effort than if you had not tried anything at all. So anyways, so that's SMART goals. And that's what I want to do. So those are my goals, is to put up more evergreen content, to try and have 2 videos a week, to start designing. So that one is just for the year. I just want to have maybe 1 design out for the year. And that one I'm not, you know, I want to do, but it's not so critical. I've already got a couple ideas. I've got the cowl. I mean, that's one right there. But, you know, that'll be a free pattern if y'all want it. If y'all don't want it, if you're not interested, or y'all can basically figure it out. If I don't hear anybody mention it, then I'm not gonna worry about it. But anyway, all that to say, so you got that? Yeah, you got that. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. We've been talking a lot. It has been a really great start to the new year, and I hope you guys are having a great start to the new year too. Everybody's pretty much gone back to work and back to school now. At least they have in our house, and I'm sure they have in yours too. But I hope everything's going really well, and I just can't wait to see the news. You guys don't get so caught up in the news, okay? World news, world events. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of feelings going on about everything going on. But remember to keep yourselves grounded and rooted in the Word of God, and you will find true peace there. Turn off the TV, guys. Put on some music. Put on a good YouTube channel. Put on, you know, something better, comforting. Get into some projects. Get outside if you can, if the weather permits. And don't let this news bring you down or, you know, get you too jaded, too worked up. Because that's what it's designed to do. It is not designed to, the news is not on to comfort you guys. It's on to scare you. So why am I bringing this up now at the end of a yarn video? I don't know. But I just want you guys to keep that in mind. I don't know why God wants me to tell you all that. Don't get too worked up. Don't get too misled and too caught up in things that are a tool meant to divide us. Okay, guys? We have a lot more in common than you might realize. And let's not hate our brothers and sisters, okay? Let's not do that. So get into your craft, get into your creativity, and turn your feelings into art, guys. And until then, until next time, I love you all. I thank you guys so much for checking out my videos. My subscriber count is going up more and more every day, and it just really is warming my heart. I'm still a very small time channel here, but just to see people commenting, leaving little heart emojis, and subscribing to my channel and getting more and more every day, it just, it warms my heart, y'all. I love it. I can't thank you guys enough for the support and love that y'all are showing me here. And I just wish you guys all the best and lots of creativity and fun crafting. Jazz hands. All right, guys. Jazz hands with eyeliner on them. Okay. Love you guys. As always, be sweet and God bless. Bye.
All the saints and angels, they bow before the throne, and all the elders cast their crowns before the Lamb of God and sing, you're worthy of it all.